What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. Mega Man 5 review. Now, I'm going to try to keep this a bit shorter than the last time, but before we get started, of course, we got to watch the intro. Alright, so number one, first thing I want to say is that Mega Man 5 really tried its best to be better than Mega Man 4, but it really did not. Okay, Mega Man 4 is still better than Mega Man 5. First thing I am going to say is that the soundtrack is great. Once again, we have a great soundtrack. Are you serious? The video just started. Alright, we're back. Level design, I would say it's kind of mid. Alright, there's points where it just feels like troll levels. Alright, this is lagging, so I am going to turn it up. Or I'm going to turn down the quality to 480. The levels drag on for a little bit, especially Stone Man's level. And there's just points where it's like there's too many like swarming enemies on screen, right? And I mean, and then Wave Man's level, like there's barely any enemies. It's just avoid this stuff. And then, you know, it tried to be different. You know, there was a point where you're on this jet ski, like shooting stuff, and it's just not executed properly at all. When you die, you have to do the entire section over. You can't heal. You can't charge up a charge blast, right? And we'll get to weapons in a second, but Robot Master design and just overall like character design, it's kind of mid, right? Like we just have like uninspired designs. I would say, you know, the only cool Robot Masters we get in this game is Gravity Man and Crystal Man. Everyone else is just kind of there. Like, there's nothing really special about them. So let's get to the the weapons. Alright, so we have a screen nuke, which is Gravity Man's weapon. It basically, you just press it once, and most of the enemies that don't take like one hit are just ascended into the sky. And then you have Wave Man's weapon, which only works on the ground. It's like a water wave. It goes through projectiles. It's pretty good, but I never really found a practical use. And I never found a practical use for most of these weapons. I would say only Gyro Man's weapon and Gravity Man's weapon are the only weapons that I ever really used. And then you got Stone Man's weapon, which is one of the worst weapons in the entire series. It summons like stones. It goes in an outward spiral. It barely hits anything. It's weak. And then you got Gyro Man's weapon, which is actually pretty good. You throw out a spinning blade. You know, you can direct it to go up or down, but you can let it go across the screen if you want. And then you got Starman's weapon, which it's like Skullman's weapon, but you can throw it this time. And I've only used it on Gravity Man and at one point in Crystal Man's level. And then you got Charge Man's weapon, which is like the charge kick, which basically is a slide that does damage. But it's garbage because it does damage to you too. Like it works like half the time. Napalm Man's weapon is garbage. You just throw out a bomb and it kind of just rolls on the ground before it explodes. No like practical use for it barely anywhere. And then Crystal Man's weapon is just a big crystal ball. When it hits a wall, it splits into 3, and you can't throw another one until all 3 balls disappear. So it's kind of garbage. Man, this is still lagging. I'm gonna turn down the quality one more level. Okay, that's fine. I think this guy's fucking video just lags, but it's not that bad. And then that's it. All these weapons, most of these weapons are just garbage. They absolutely just destroyed Rush Coil. Rush Jet is fine. They took out Rush Marine, finally. I mean, we never even had to use Rush Marine, barely anywhere in the series anyway. The deal with Rush Coil is that you don't just jump on it once and it propels you upwards. You stand on it, it jumps up with you, and then you have to jump off of it. It's just twice the work you have to do. So, let's talk about some of the new stuff. Right, we got Beat the Bird, which it's this little bird that flies with you, and he like attacks things. The only use I've ever found Beat to have use, I don't know why I said it like that. The only use that I've ever had to use him in was during the Darkman boss fight and Dr. Wily's capsule at the end of the game, which makes the final boss pitifully easy. So anyway, next we got the super arrow. Go away, please. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're back. So anyway, here's the deal with the super arrow, right? It's this thing, it's this arrow that you shoot out, and, you know, it starts flying. But you gotta jump on it really quickly before you can fly on it. And then it sticks to a wall and creates a platform that you can jump off of. It's got its uses here and there, but really the most useful part is against the Wily machine. Alright, so that's basically it. Some of the stuff that I do like in the levels that they introduced is like the different gravity levels. Like sometimes you're upside down. Actually, you're upside down only once in Gravity Man's stage. And they tried to do some cool space stuff in Starman's level. That's basically it. I mean, that's it. They have some secret rooms in Stone Man's level. Other than that, they didn't really do anything to improve the series, right? Everything they tried to do was either mid or just sucked. So after you deal with all the Robot Masters and you get the beat parts for Beat, which basically there's letters that spell out Mega Man 5, and you gotta get all 8 letters to summon Beat. Some places are difficult to get, some places they are not difficult to get, but you should get them because Beat is worth it against Darkman and Wily Capsule. So definitely, if you haven't gotten them, you need to go back and get them. Now let's get to the castle levels. These are probably one of the worst castle levels I've ever played besides Mega Man 1 and 2. Like, it's just Troll Castle. Like, I call it Troll Castle because at some points it just feels like it's designed to just troll you. Like, after I get through 4 Proto Man Castle levels, I'm just done. I'm done with the game, right? The Dark Man battles are tough, but after Proto Man's Castle, I'm just done with the game. And then I gotta do Wily Castle levels, which are just worse. They're worse levels than the Proto Man Castle. I say the only good thing about the Proto Man Castle levels is I like the art design. Like, it's very colorful. The background is colorful, the stage is colorful, like the walls and stuff, and the music is okay. Same thing with the Dr. Wily levels, right? They're colorful, we got great music to go along with the levels, but other than that, they're just mid-castle levels. I mean, they're better than Mega Man 1 and 2's castle levels, but they're just troll levels. Like, they're not really that fun to play. And then the bosses that come before Dr. Wily in the castle, they're just annoying. Like, I do not have fun fighting them at all. So, at least, you know, they're longer, and you can't just speed through them like Mega Man 3's castle. So, let's now talk about the story. Now, the story for this game basically is that supposedly Proto Man has kidnapped Dr. Light, and he's got plans for world domination. And it's like, come on, Capcom. Do you think we're gonna fall for that again? I mean, I suppose maybe we can fall for that one more time, but then they do the same thing in Mega Man 6, and it's like, come on. We know it's Dr. Wily, right? And then, you know, after Proto Man's castle, Dr. Wily's like, haha, I have Dr. Light, come face me. And then, you know, you go through that castle, and there's a cutscene. You know, the walls are crashing down. And then Proto Man saves Mega Man and Dr. Light, and Dr. Wily gets away. That's basically it. One thing I will say about the Proto Man levels that I forgot to mention is that the final level is interesting because there's no enemies, there's really no platforming. It's just blast these blocks to make the walls come down to where you're level with the boss gate and you. I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna fast forward to that real quick because I think it's interesting. Right? So at least, all right. Fucking golly, man. Can I get a break? All right, we're back to Proto Man's castle. One thing I will say is that, you know, they got cool castle designs. I like this Proto Man castle. It's pretty cool. Very colorful. Very shiny. A lot of these levels are very shiny in this game. They really didn't hold back with the art direction, which is one of the only things that are cool about this game. So let's get to the level here. Right, so I this is the best level in the entire series because it's got a cooler concept introduced than any other level in this game. Like, when has this been done before? I don't know. And so that's basically it. Like I'm done. Like I really, at least we had a cool credit sequence. And what is this? What is this Wily machine? I don't even know what I'm looking at. This is a tank, obviously, but it's just a weird design. It's the same thing with this thing, the Wily Crusher. Like this, it's just weird. It's just weird. And that's it, really. I'm kind of done with this game. When I got through all the credits, I was like, man, I'm finally done with this game. Finally, it's over. Let's get to the tier list. Alright, so here we are with Mega Man 5. It's better than Mega Man 1. I'll give it that. It is not better than Mega Man 4. Alright? With all the things that they tried to do in Mega Man 5, the Wave Man, jet ski level, the upside down platforming in Gravity Man stage, the cool space stuff in Starman's level. And then there's also a point in the castle levels where it's got the Mario Bros. Snake blocks. And then the secret rooms in Stone Man's level. The Mega Man Charge Blast, which is overpowered. Alright, it just tears through like weak enemies and projectiles. Just the uncreative story, right? Oh, it's someone else. Someone else is the main villain. No, it's actually Dr. Wily. Just the amount of stuff that feels like troll levels. It's going in B tier. I'm sorry. It's not good enough. There were things introduced in Mega Man 2 and 3 that were better than this stuff. So, yeah, I really didn't want to spend too long on Mega Man 5 because there's really nothing of note. That's the thing about this game. There's really nothing that interesting about this game. Whatever is different about it, it's either mid or it sucks. Right? The only good things about Mega Man 5 is the music and the art direction. That's it. Everything else is a drag. So, I feel like that's it, right? There was really nothing else to talk about. It's the most baseline Mega Man game. If you want just plain Jane Mega Man, fine, go play Mega Man 5. But take it from me, go play Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. You'll have a much better experience. And here's the thing. After this video, it's going to be the Mega Man Game Boy games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do Mega Man 6. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And with all that said, I'll see you guys next time back on the flip side. Peace out.